Have you been in the fall spirit? Has it hit you yet?
Yeah, I'm literally wearing Happy Halloween like on my shirt and
Hell
everything.
yeah. That's a sick
How
shirt.
about you? Yeah, thank you. It's my sister's.
You've been
How
eating the
about you?
pumpkin spice, drinking the pumpkin spice?
Oh, no, actually I haven't. I should though.
I was
I like
first in
haven't thought
line.
about it.
So tonight we are going to be trying the new Mountain Voodoo, which is their Halloween mystery flavor. We're going to be sipping on that and trying to figure out what flavor it is. We're also going to be talking about a very popular horror movie that's been out called The Deliverance. Been hearing tons about that. We're going to review that tonight. But before any of that, there is a full moon coming on October 17th called the Hunter's Moon. What can you tell me about that moon, Electra? What's going on?
All right, so that moon is like you said, it's hitting on October 17th, and it is going to be a full moon in Aries. And I think it's very interesting because that's how every single full moon and new moon works, is the new moon will be in the sign of the current season, Libra, which was on the 2nd of October. That's when the new moon hit. And then now, because Aries is the polar opposite of Libra, it's going to be hitting on October 17th with the full moon. And we can definitely say that I wouldn't say it's going to be turbulent, but
Uh-oh.
Aries is a very passionate, very fiery planet, very outspoken and very blunt. So I feel like what we can all expect as people is honestly, I would say a very blunt kind of Halloween season, if anything, very perhaps things up in the air where things are being confronted. There's a lot of passion involved, a lot of things where people are speaking up on things that they want to speak up on. Perhaps moving, I wouldn't say with fear, of course, because Aries is really fearless, but more of the energy of having to deal with any kind of fear to become more fearless and more in tune with the desires that people are either manifesting or looking forward to having at this time. So I would say that it definitely is a full moon that people should be prepared for in the way that it is very outspoken, and to be prepared for that and to be ready for the energies that are going to come with that, which are always, I feel, complementary.
Wow, so there might be some arguments, there's gonna be things coming to a head. There's gonna be conflicts you're talking about?
It can be, I mean, honestly, because with full moons it can be very impactful for a lot of people. And besides that, it's also a super moon. So
Oh
it's kind of
really?
like, yeah,
What does that
it's
mean for
even
the people that don't know?
a super moon is kind of like a literally bigger version of a regular full moon. I would say that a
Uh-oh.
super moon, I believe, let me look up how much. I think it's like a few inches bigger than a regular full moon, but
Okay.
let me look it up right now. But honestly, there's a lot of energies that come into play just in general with full moon. So even if it wasn't a super moon or anything like that, it would still be something where people can feel the effects of, and especially if you do have like Aries placements and things like that. Um, it's still something that can touch you in some way
So the
spiritually.
supermoon magnifies the full moon's effects, basically? Like it makes
Yeah,
it
like I would say
stronger?
so, but it says right here, it says a super moon is a full moon that occurs when the moon is at its closest point to Earth. That it also appears brighter and larger because it is closer to Earth. So yes, it does appear that way. And obviously, like the moon doesn't grow in size, but it appears that it does. And I feel like
Okay.
in a way, it's almost like that effect of it being so close actually does affect people. You know what I mean?
Right, right. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be brighter, and things are going to get crazier, you're saying. People are
In
going to
your
be
face.
really speaking their mind.
I would say so. I think dealing with confrontation is going to be a bigger deal this time around.
And this would affect Aries, like Aries people, or like what signs will this moon affect the most, do you think?
I think personally, those cardinal signs, which is in Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, because those are the cardinal signs. But I also do feel like in general, it would affect, I would say with Aries, it also shares the planet with Scorpio because Mars is a second ruler to Scorpio. So I would also say Scorpio signs like Scorpios, Tauruses, things like that, Aquariuses and Leos. But for sure, I would say the cardinal signs the most, like Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer.
Do you have any tips for this full moon? Anything we need to watch out for? Anything we could do or not do?
Honestly, I would say that the only thing I wouldn't say to be careful because I don't like to tread like that, but I do feel like maybe having a more open mind and not being so quick to defend yourself, getting to the point of things in a healthy manner, be be open-minded about what you believe in, but also understand that if other people's opinions come in, to take the time to actually listen to it and to not act so turbulent based off of your emotions, because with the full moon, that could be a rather energetically charged or emotionally charged time, and that's in general. But because it's also with Aries, it's kind of like it's more what is the word? I can't say
Tumultuous.
it. What is it?
Tumultuous.
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Tumultuous.
It's a
Yes.
great word.
So it's a little bit like that. But I would say definitely tread carefully. And I see the word sensitive. So I would say that if you are a sensitive person, try to take it easier this time around, because it's easier for your mood to be affected and you don't
Oh
want to be
boy,
hurt unintentionally by
I'm about
something
to
you
start
shouldn't be.
flipping out. You're saying?
Yeah, I would say like a lighter version of that.
Oh
It
boy.
can lead down that route though if you are rather egotistical
Yeah, I'm
or
about
you
to
feed
start.
into that kind of stuff.
About to start. I love arguing, so that means 17th. Everybody better watch out. I'm arguing about anything. Let's
That is
go. Let's throw down. It's gonna get crazy. Wow. Let's get into this Mountain Dew. Been very excited to try this. This is a tradition. I got into the Mountain Dew, the voodoo tradition, pretty late. I think we started like 3 years ago, but they've been doing this for a while. So this is a mystery flavor Mountain Dew, and the flavor
Okay.
will be revealed on Halloween, I believe. So let's
All right.
crack this open right now and see what we think about
So
it.
you said that it's going to be revealed on Halloween by the company?
Yeah, like they usually put a video out that says, "Oh, the flavor is blah blah blah, candy corn, blah blah." The smell is
I see.
interesting. I'm not a huge fan of the smell.
Okay,
It
let's
smells
see.
like, I don't even know, citrusy or something. I'm not a big citrus guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Very soothing. Hmm.
Oh, I heard a
It tastes
rumor
like,
about what the flavor is, and it's kind of giving me that vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
and it tastes like a Starburst. Am I
That's
right?
what it was. That's what
Yeah,
the
at the
I-
end, like after the aftertaste or
yes,
whatever.
the Starburst flavor creeps in at the end, and that's really good. I've never tasted anything like that in a soda, a Starburst flavor. If that's what this is, they nailed it. If it's not, then I'm surprised. But it's one of the lighter flavor, one of the lighter color Starburst, right? It was like pink or yellow or something. Which
I
one
would
would
say
it
like
be?
pink for sure. Definitely tastes like pink lemonade. Maybe it's that. Maybe
Pink
that's what the
lemonade
flavor is.
Starburst?
The pink lemonade, the pink one.
Are you a big Starburst girl?
Honestly, I'm not like a huge one, but if there are, I will eat some. I like the red one the most.
I'm not really into eating wax like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only candy
Literally.
corn. Only candy corn. But
Oh,
this is
candy
pretty
corn.
good. It's not the best. I'm not in love with this soda, but it's pretty good. It's kind of mid, in my opinion. I definitely wouldn't see myself
I don't think
finishing
so.
this.
Yeah.
What would you
I
give
can-
this out of 5, you think?
I would say like a 3 or 3.25.
I would say a 3. I would say maybe even 2.9, something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Some-
If
Yeah, I know
you're-
what you mean.
If
I
you're
can
really
see
into
why.
Starbucks. If you're really into Starbucks, you'll fuck with this though. Like this is
Mhm.
gonna be your soda right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just not like
Yeah,
I'm not like a citrusy person like you stated for yourself.
yeah.
I'm
I feel you
more
on
of a-
that. We're
I'm like
more
a Pepsi-
Apple fans.
Yeah, you're more Apple fan. I like Apple, but I like that.
Yeah, you like.
ginger
That's what I was gonna say. You like the Fanta Apple though. You fucked
so
with that.
great. I will never forget her.
Dude.
She's everything to me. Like
Did you
shit.
finish the other one that was in the case?
Yes, I did.
Let me tell you
You-
something, bro. After I was raving about that Fanta, the spiced apple Fanta, the Beetlejuice Fanta. For those that didn't see it, we did it on the channel. Go check it out. I was raving about it to all my friends, and what came back, I could not believe it. Everybody was like, "Yo, this sucks. We hate this. It's the
Are
worst."
you serious?
For
What a-
real. The first
just-
the first thing that happened was a cemetery girl had called me. She was like, "Yo, everybody is shitting all over the Fanta apple. They hate it." I was like, "Yo, they don't know what they're talking about. They're bugging out." And then I told Mo to try it, and he called me back with Mo with his girlfriend, and they both were like, "Yo, we don't know what you were drinking, but this sucks. This is terrible." I was like, "What?" That
is
soda was
crazy.
the best soda I've ever had in my life.
Literally
Are
the
you
best ever, bro.
crazy?
They're tripping and they're wrong. I'm
Dead
just kidding.
wrong, dude. Dead wrong,
Dead wrong.
bro. It's a very polarizing flavor because I've seen a lot. And then when I posted it on TikTok, all the comments were like, sucks, horrible, lame, disgusting.
Oh,
I couldn't even
no.
finish. I spit it out. I was like, what? Y'all, you know what? Good. I'm glad because I'm about to clean up. I'm going to the store and I'm buying them all, filling my fridge up.
Like,
I'm doom
shit.
prepping with those, bro.
I
Halloween's
mean,
gonna
I
be
can get
great.
more. Where did you get yours
I
from?
got mine from Family Dollar, I think, or Dollar, one of the dollar stores.
I gotta go to the, yeah, I just gotta go pick some up.
Well, the last time I got one was actually from Walmart. It was in the fridges that are by the counter.
Oh, I see.
The
I got
last
you.
time, the first time I got it at Family Dollar or one of those dollar stores. Then I got it at
Right.
Walmart. So they seem to be around. They seem to be
Okay.
making their way around, but very controversial, very polarizing flavor. Can't wait to see
Shit.
what flavor the
Awesome.
Mountain Dew is, though. That's
Right?
gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
this is a little different. I can agree more with your friends with this.
Oh yeah,
Not
this is
so.
not that one's nah. I think I like the last year's a lot better. I can't remember what it was though. But I've been hearing a lot about this movie, The Deliverance. People were calling me about it. People were texting me about it, saying, you got to see it. It's a possession movie, so you know that we're definitely into that. So when I heard that, texted Electra, I'm like, yo, let's watch The Deliverance. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this movie follows a single mother who has 3 kids, and she's also living with her mother. They bought a new house. The mom is a recovering alcoholic. She has child protective services always coming by because of her past transgressions. They just bought this new house, and obviously, they start to see some weird activity. They start to see some weird activity with the younger son, and obviously, he becomes demonically possessed. Like, that's not a spoiler. Hello. We all know that
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen. What did
What's
you
gonna
think of
happen?
this movie?
What did I think you
Yeah,
said?
what did you think of this movie?
Oh my God, it was like really graphic, I won't lie. It was good. It was good, like to the extent of I really liked the message in the fearless way, where she had to rise up and be strong and deal with what was going on. But honestly, I will just say because I don't like graphics like that. A lot of shit grossed me the fuck out.
Did
Some things
it?
grossed me out for real. I don't know if
What
I
grossed
should say.
what grossed you out? I don't even remember.
I want to say it, but isn't it a spoiler?
You can say it. If it's too
It
crazy, I'll
doesn't
bleep
matter.
it.
Just watch it online. What'd you say?
Yeah, say it. What is it? What got you?
Okay. The headless body, that was
Oh, that
disgusting.
was sick. What? That was awesome.
I couldn't
What?
believe that they
That
actually
was
showed it for that long, bro. I thought
that.
it was gonna pan and go away, and it just kept fucking
And
going.
she was
I
holding
was
the
so
body in
sad.
her arms. That was awesome.
Oh, that was sad as fuck. And then
What?
I couldn't even watch with the head. I literally went like this. I couldn't watch it. And then
Wow.
other parts, honestly, like seeing people cry blood makes me grossed out. Like it wasn't a huge deal, but it was gross, Or like
You don't like
the
the
kid.
gore. You
What?
don't like the gore.
I don't like gore in general. That's why I don't
Okay.
like serial killer movies. It's just
Okay.
like I can't watch that shit, bro.
Right.
Oh my God. But I mean, like a lot of it was gory. It wasn't gory. A lot of it was just really graphic. You know what I mean? Like with the
Violent.
grandma, the things that happened to her. No, like, you know, things like that. It was
More
a little
violent,
bit,
right?
what'd you say?
More violent.
It was, yeah, it was more violent than like a typical possession movie was, in my opinion. But it
Yeah.
wasn't like a terrible, it wasn't like maybe it was, honestly, low key might actually have been the most graphic movie I've seen regarding possession. But it was a very solid meaning. I just kind of wish that the end showed a little bit more of what happened. It
What
was very just
happened
like it ended.
afterwards?
What'd you say?
Of like what happened afterwards with the family?
Kind of. I was happy. I honestly thought it was gonna end when she hugged the CPS lady,
Yeah.
Monique, but after it didn't end and then they showed like 6 months later or whatever, I was
Yeah.
happier to see that. But I kind of wish that we could see like how the dynamic is now. Is she a better mom now? Is she not as like toxic? Are the kids good? You know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
seemed
Yeah.
happier. They all did.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to take that.
I thought the story was really good. I thought that, as you said, the family
Um,
dynamic was very, very interesting. And really, that was most of the movie. The possession stuff didn't really kick in till
until
way
later.
later on. I was
I think the
watching
last
this.
30 minutes it was
Yeah.
possession
Yeah. I
possession
mean, if we
stuff.
want to be generous, 45. But really, like the last 30 minutes is when everything real. I mean, it was so far into the movie that I looked at my friend and I'm like, I'm really enjoying this movie, but I thought this was a possession movie.
Hmm.
But I will say that I was enjoying it the whole time. Even though I was like, I kind of had to snap out of it and be like, when is the possession stuff happening? But I was snapping out of me really being invested in the story
It was,
because
yes, good investment.
yeah, they did a very good job because I mean it could have been if it was the opposite, the movie would have been terrible. If they would have spent that much time on a family dynamic and a story that sucked, this would have been a bomb because you'd have been like, so you're just wasting our time with this story that sucks and you're not getting to the possession scene. But luckily, it paid off because what they were doing was very interesting. The mom's individual relationship with each one of the kids, with the older son, he wants to move out, blah, 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 with the younger daughter. And then little bit sprinkled here and there, you see the younger son, he starts to sleepwalk, he starts to talk in different languages. And I really enjoyed the scene when all of them just started acting up at school at once. And the kid, I'm not even gonna say what happened, but that you want to talk about graphic? It got pretty graphic in that scene. Like
As fuck.
when everything finally popped off, I was like, "Whoa!" And it was done in such a cool way. Like all the kids just snapped at once in the middle of school, and it just came down. Like when it rained, it poured. The mom didn't know what to do. She was like, "This kid's acting up. This kid's acting up." And then she comes home and just all hell starts breaking loose after, basically an hour of storytelling. But to me, it was a great story that they were telling. The CPS ladies coming back and forth. I was just invested in what they were talking about. And I think the possession stuff was really good. And the exorcism scene, which I'm just going to say so for the viewer's sake, because it was called the Deliverance. So, the exorcism scene where the mom is facing off with the demon on her own was really well done because that could have been another thing because some possession movies it just looks cheesy, it just looks lame. We've talked about the last exorcism movie we watched, which was just called The Exorcism, and that was pretty cheesy. You and I both agreed that it wasn't that well done, it wasn't that creepy, it wasn't that scary. But I thought the face off with the demon at the end of this movie was really well done. It was creepy. It was. And I don't want to say the person, but the demon ends up turning into a person when they start facing off. And I thought that was a tremendous performance. When that person was playing the demon, it was sick. It was creepy. You felt it. And I really, really enjoyed it. I think it paid off well. I think the whole movie was great. I'm probably going to say it was about a 4.9 out of 5. You know what I mean? Like, I wish there was, even though I praised it for being such a good story, I wish there was some more possession stuff. I wish they sprinkled it in a little more and maybe they got to that stuff a little quicker. I wish they got to the horror a little bit quicker. But great movie, though. And it was well worth the praise that it's been getting, at least in my circle of friends.
I agree with you. I feel like definitely what I liked a lot about it was that it seemed extremely real, like extremely realistic. If you hadn't known they were acting, they acted as like the perfect toxic family, I feel. And the way that the mother reacted to things was very just, she just did a really good job as an actress for the mother, as, with these kids dealing with all this stuff and her trying her best in her own way and then people not believing her. I feel like the whole thing was just very the way that she spoke to the CPS lady, the way that her mom and her would deal with things, even the way that her mom would talk to her daughter. I'm talking about the grandma
Grandma.
to the mom. The way that they would talk to each other was just extremely how I feel it generally is. And even with what happened at the end with the mom where she had to deal with it on her own, for her to get to that point was definitely something that it's almost like in real life, that's literally how it is. If you have no other choice, like you have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to choose to believe because if not, then you're gonna give up and you will lose something in that moment because you chose to let evil win.
Right.
So I feel like the only thing is that I wish that the lady didn't pass, the one who was helping.
Yeah. There was more body count than I thought there would be. I didn't think anybody was really gonna die, but we got at least 2 deaths in this movie,
I
plus the ones
know.
from the flashback, and I thought it was great. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. They really are. They're doing it up. They're covering all the bases here. The drama was great. The killing was good. The possession was good. I think they knocked it out of the park on all fronts, really. And to what you're saying, the acting was very well done.
It was. And even like when the lady confronted the mother and she said, go back to wherever you came from, the way
Right.
she was acting, she was just like a really good, for her role, she was perfect for it, like literally perfect.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have hired a better mother for that role.
No, and I was
I
surprised
really,
to see Monique because I haven't seen Monique play in something for a while. I don't know, maybe she has been, but when she walked through, I was like, oh shit, it's Monique. I haven't seen her in a while, and I think she
yeah,
was phenomenal in that role. The tension between the mom and the CPS worker was great. You know what I mean? And then
yes,
you got the other lady that you don't know what she's doing. She's following them around. She's stalking them, and that was another aspect where you're like, where's that gonna go? You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
another. There was a lot of tension in the movie when the conflict between the mom and the kids would arise. You could taste like the tension in the movie.
I really felt like I felt like I was in the movie in the way that I know that exact energy. And I've never felt in a family dynamic in like such a in that toxic way in a movie so strongly. I honestly think the only other source of media would be Shameless. You know, the show Shameless.
Yeah, I heard of
They
it.
have a real toxic ass dynamic that you can feel like you're in. And this was like a really good second to that in the way that it was a movie, but it was very strong. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Other than it being a good possession movie, it was just a good movie. You know what I
It
mean?
was.
Like
It
I turned to my
was.
friend and I'm like, when's the possession thing start? Like, but because this is a great movie. Like I forgot we were watching a possession movie. That's basically what I told him. I looked at him, I was like,
Yeah.
I forgot we were watching a possession movie because this is a banger. Like they're not even getting into the possession stuff, and I'm set. Like I'm watching this. So yeah,
Yeah,
what did you rate
exactly.
it yet? Did you say what you thought it was?
Oh, I think like a 4.4 out of
4.4.
5.
All right. Yeah. 4.4, 4.9. That's great,
Yeah,
man. Go see The Deliverance. It's a Netflix original, right?
it is. It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
Netflix original. Boom. Perfect for the Halloween season. It didn't really feel that like that scary because of how long it took to get to the end. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it didn't really give me that creepy vibe. But I appreciated it because every other possession movie is pretty much they move in, everything starts off just like the normal like blank slate family. It's just like there's really no character in a lot of the other movies. Like, oh, they move in. I could really care less about these people. I don't really care about them. Or maybe somebody has cancer or something, but that's about it. That's like the only like remarkable thing about them that I even know. The only thing I even know about them. You know what I mean? So to have a cast or some characters that you actually cared about was
mhm.
refreshing. Because usually it's
And
just
the
like,
fact,
it's just some family, like whatever they're possessed. That's it. It's done. You know what I mean?
yeah, and even like the fact that the mom really, really did not believe in it at all. Like it wasn't even a thought to her. I liked that because I feel like that was refreshing. I'm used to in a lot of movies that the mom is like, I think something's going on here, and then she's the one who looks for help. In
Yeah.
this movie, like help found her, and even with that, she got freaked out. Remember when she was like believing it, and
Yeah.
then she's like you're crazy, and
Yeah.
then she went home to see like what she saw. I just feel like that was really it was a very different way to go about it, something that I'm not used to seeing in those kinds of movies.
Yeah, it was definitely a different possession movie where they focused on like making it very character heavy and very story driven, which paid off very well. Instead of them just being like, "All right, well, we're just gonna have a family here, and we're just gonna focus on them being possessed." It was like, no, let's think about who the family is, why they're in this house. I mean, everything mattered in this movie. Everything, no stone was left unturned, and I think it paid off. I think it paid off very well. Very
I
very
totally
good
agree.
movie. Very good movie. And as we were talking about earlier before the show, it's based on a true story, which you can go check out. It was
Hmm.
it was a house that eventually was bought by Zach Baggins, and apparently it
Hmm.
was so possessed, and there was so many demons in there. There was like tons and tons of demons in there that he eventually demolished it. And I believe the dirt is in his haunted museum, which you went to, which we talked about on the first time you've ever been on the show, right?
Yeah, in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So cool.
Do you remember where
I
the
love
house is? Where this house was located when it was around? Oh, Indiana. It was in Gary. I don't know why I kept
Okay.
thinking Detroit. Yeah, so this was a real house in Gary, Indiana, and it came out. The demon house is the name. When did this actual possession happen?
In the movie it was 2011.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to look this up, it happened in 2011 in Gary, Indiana, and the actual lady's name was Latoya Amons. So you can check
Hmm.
this out. It was the Demon House. It's pretty much called. It's affectionately called, and as I said, it is now demolished. But it's a very interesting story where they talk about the kid really walking up the wall in real life. Like that was taken from police reports. The CPS worker really wrote that kid ran up the wall the way he did in the movie. That was one of the most like freakiest parts. So there was like a lot of testimony going on when it
Mhm.
came to the actual case of the demon house in Indiana. People were really testifying like, yo, I've seen demonic stuff go on. I've seen the kids freaking out, like the kids were fighting each other and beating the shit out of each other, and all kind of crazy stuff was happening in the real story of the demon house. And as I sent Electra earlier before we got on, there's a whole documentary on it that you can watch on YouTube for free called The Demon House, okay? And it's by Zach Baggins. You can check it out for free right now. That's some good Halloween watching for you to get you in the mood.
Absolutely.
That's freaky, man. I remember when that came out, I was like, first, I bought that like at midnight. I could not wait to hear about that. It was spooky,
Yeah.
man. I have a very
It's a
personal question to ask you. Okay, I don't know if you can even answer this. It's so very 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 personal. I don't know if you can answer this.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Now, when I was on the break, right,
Mhm.
one new thing I started doing was moisturizing my face. I've never washed my. I used to wash my face obviously, but like with like regular soap or something like that,
Mhm.
like just regular soap. And people kept telling me, "Yo, you need to start moisturizing your face. You need to like wash it with real face wash." So I started using CeraVe face wash and moisturizer, and I used to talk mad shit. I'm like, it don't even matter. It's not even gonna make a difference. Like, you guys are paying for nothing. It's a bunch of bullshit. You guys are getting conned. Bro, like the first day I put the moisturizer on, I was like, I look like the biggest idiot, bro. I could tell the difference immediately. I was like, my skin feels so much better, it looks so much better,
Oh
like
my
I'm
God.
bugging out. So I wanted to ask you, what does your skincare routine look like? What's your face routine look like?
It's so simple. I literally just use black Jamaican soap off like the raw one, the authentic one. And then I just put Gold Bond lotion. I dab it lightly and then I just put it around because if I put too much, it's like too oily. But I'll just put like lightly around my face and that's literally it. I also do face yoga.
What's
I do that every
what's
single
what's
morning.
face yoga?
Face yoga is like when it's like certain exercises that you do on your face that it like helps certain areas and things like that. I just do it now because I'm 23, so I figure if, the younger I do it, the longer I do it for, it's going to help long term. It's almost like, taking your vitamins at such a young age, you're helping yourself for later on, I guess you can say. Although I don't have that limitation, but that's just the way I see it. But like for example, I'll hold like the side of my eye here and then I'll like rub the side for like 25 counts. Then I do the same thing on the other side and like different things with like different parts of my face. So that's like my what I do after I apply the lotion. That's
What's
what I
supposed to be
do.
the benefit of face yoga? It's supposed to keep you looking younger, keep your face relaxed or something?
Yeah, it like helps smooth out any kind of, let's say if you have like forehead lines or something,
Oh,
if you
I
like
got
rub
that.
the area of your forehead every day for a few seconds,
I
it
gotta
like
start.
literally will help
I gotta
than
start
if you
rubbing the
don't
shit out
fall.
of mine. I got
Yeah,
two.
literally.
I
So
got
it
two of
like
them.
helps it helps you keep like stay looking young, I guess you can say. Yeah, it definitely does for some people. I don't really think about that stuff though because I don't want to ever have a kind of insecurity surrounding age ever. I feel like it's very important to remember that you will always be youthful as long as I feel like literally
Right.
people only start looking older when they fear that they do
You
or
think
when they
so?
start focusing on, oh my God, I have lines under my eyes now. Like, stop, bruh. Just do
Right.
something about it and don't worry.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's like
That's
that.
all
And
you
it
do?
also
The face
relates to
yoga
the
and
face.
the gold bond?
What'd you say? I'm sorry?
That's all you do, the face yoga and the gold bond.
Yeah, I use Jamaican black soap and then, or black, yeah, Jamaican black soap. And then I just use Gold Bond and that's literally it. I'm very minimal. I don't like to,
Wow. I pictured you being like, yo, I go to Sephora, get a truckload of shit. Like, I get this
no,
cream, this butter, that.
but
Like, you don't
nah,
know
the
how
less
many people I know that like have tons of different. This
I
one's
do too.
for 2 a.m. and then I wake up at 9 a.m. and then I put this sparkly one on, and then at work I put this bomb on at work at 2 p.m.
Oh,
and then this one I
yeah.
only put on the weekends. It has I'm like, what is this? Like, how could you see? I think there's a certain level. Okay, I have been turned over. I do believe in moisturizer and face wash. I do believe that that is probably not a scam. But after a certain point, how good could it be? How many
Yeah.
creams do you need? How many potions and lotions do you need? That most of that gotta be a scam. I can't even
I feel
believe
like
it.
it's placebo. I feel like it helps, but like very minimally compared to how it's advertised. I feel like the
Yes.
advertisement definitely it's exaggerated for consumption purposes, so that people can actually purchase it. But I feel like it's all placebo because Gold Bond isn't even for a face. It's a very I only use it for my face because I saw how good it worked on my body. That's literally
Wow.
the only reason I started putting it on my face. It's because Gold Bond is so like it's literally the richest lotion I've ever had ever. And it
Really?
if you have like a patchy area or something, if you know you have rough skin, it will dead ass moisturize the hell out of it, which I'm not used to because a lot of lotions are very thin. You know what I mean? Like they're like
Yeah.
water. You put them on and it feels like it evaporated on your
It didn't
skin.
do
I don't like
anything.
that. I like feeling a little oily. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Wow, I
So,
didn't know Gold
yeah,
Bond was that serious. I didn't know they were coming
it is.
hard
I
like
guess
that.
it is,
I'm about to
right?
get that. I'm about to go get the Gold Bond and use that. I had no
I
idea it was
use
that powerful.
it's the one that I use is like the orange, it's not orange, it's like a brown looking case. It's the
Okay.
thicker, I like thicker lotion. It's like a thicker lotion.
And it's
That's
just
why.
regular Gold Bond, nothing special.
Let me look it up actually. I think
Yeah,
it
check
is.
it out.
I literally think it's for diabetic people,
Oh,
actually.
really? Why
It's
diabetic
like
people have like bad skin?
I'm sorry?
Do diabetic people have bad skin?
I think so. I believe
Uh-oh.
so.
They
Let me
must have like
see.
different kind of.
I'm looking it up right now for you.
That's wild.
Um,
Yeah, I thought you were a big time Sephora girl, emptying out the bank account on 40
no, you
creams and
don't.
stuff. You said it the right
It,
word, placebo. That's what it's got to be.
yeah, I
Okay,
definitely
what is
believe
that?
it's a
Gold
placebo.
Bond. Okay, cocoa butter glow daily hydration lotion. There you go. There's the plug. Go. They,
This
they
shit's
gotta sponsor
bro.
you, dude.
It's at 100. It's at 1,111 reviews. That's crazy.
Wow. 11111.
Yeah,
Synchronicity, baby.
that's
There
it.
you go.
Oh, this is the one I use. It's Radiance Renewal. Yes, it's
Okay.
this one. It's family size. It has like there you can see it. I don't know if I
Gold
just showed
Bond
you that, but
Radiance Renewal.
yeah, that's the one
Nice.
I use.
We about to get that. We about to get lathered
Shit
up.
every day, bro.
About to
It's
get
I love it.
mad smooth right now. So you use that on your face. Are you the same way
Yeah.
with your hair where you don't buy a lot of hair products?
No, I don't at all. No, I don't. Okay, this is what I do for my hair. Like, what I do for my hair is I'll just use a regular shampoo and conditioner that I feel is actually healthy for your hair because I do believe it is important to have um stuff for your hair that, you know, to an extent is actually healthy for it because I know some people just use anything. And I have noticed the difference in certain shampoos and conditioners. But I'll just use like a regular shampoo and conditioner that I think smells good, that actually, you know, leaves my hair. I'm sure you know with conditioner, when you
Yeah.
can run your hands through it, that's when, you know, that's what I like. I
Yeah.
don't like to feel like the dry. I don't know if you ever felt like that dry. It's kind of like soapy. You
Conditioner?
know when soap
No.
kind of like rough? What'd
I've
you
never
say?
I never had a bad conditioner like that. They have them like that where it's cheap. It
Oh,
doesn't
not
feel
like
good.
that. Well, more of like I would say like a shampoo. Usually
Okay.
the conditioner is always better, but like a
Okay.
shampoo would be like that more. I don't like that stuff at all.
Like okay.
So what I do is that after I'm done showering, I will put lotion. It's like hair lotion in my hair, and I'll only put it in certain areas that I feel like needs it. And then I'll put in rosemary oil on like the tips of my hair and in the part I have like a dropper, so I put in like certain parts of my scalp that I feel like it needs the you know if you
Sweet.
ever feel your hair and you feel like oh this part gets drier than other you know than other areas, I put it there. And it's actually funny because last year when I wasn't using that stuff, I used to trim my split ends a lot more. I would trim them like every month. Anytime I see them, I would trim them. But this time I haven't trimmed them in a few months now, and then honestly, I don't even really have any.
They're
And
not
I
even
feel like
split like that. That's
the
from the
oil.
lotion you use, the leave-in lotion,
Yes, and the oil for sure. I put oil around my scalp, like the crown of my scalp, like at the back,
the
because I
rosemary,
realize that sometimes I get itchy in the back of my neck,
and that's the
and I don't want.
rosemary oil, right?
I'm sorry?
The rosemary oil.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
use
yeah, yeah.
rosemary oil. I use like I made some rosemary oil, yeah. So I like use that every time I wash my hair.
Yeah, some of my other friends use that. They say that works. They swear
It
by that.
does. It's really good.
So you use the hair lotion like a leave-in conditioner. You just put it in and then just leave it
Yeah, I
there.
don't like to put in stuff and then wash it out. I'd rather it stay in.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, put in.
I just use Shea Moisture because it's more minimal. I don't think there's a
Mhm.
lot of stuff in there, and it smells good. So I just use Shea Moisture for everything. I like the
Yeah, I know what
soap.
you're
I
talking
like the
about.
conditioner, the shampoo. That's my go-to right there. I mean, so far so good. So yeah,
Right?
I'm a changed man now. I've been converted I've been
I'm
washing
glad.
my
I'm
face
glad you
now.
see it's on
I'm
the other side. Now start using sunblock.
So,
Now you'll be golden.
okay, that's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while,
You're
bruh.
lying.
I don't even see the sun, dude. When I be going out
Oh
at
my, you go
night.
outside, right?
I go outside at night all the time. Like I barely see the sun, bruh. Forget about
You
it.
actually not go outside during the day because if you don't, all right. But if you do, please wear sunblock.
I mean,
Even
I
if
go
it's
outside, but it's not like I don't sit around outside.
now you're
You know what I
crazy. You gotta
mean?
wear sunblock.
Even just walking around.
Yeah, of course. If you know
Wow,
you're gonna leave the house, you should wear sunblock on your face at least, and on your
really?
tattoos to keep them lasting longer. That's what I do. I
Okay.
know that like my hands, even if I wear long sleeves, I always wear ta sunblock on my hands because like I'm driving and whatever, like shit like that. Always.
Have you gotten any new tattoos? When's the last time you got a tattoo?
No, actually, I don't. The last time I had gotten one, damn,
Look at this
it's been a minute.
fly. Oh, almost killed. What? Did I kill it? This fucking fly's been torturing me. Go ahead. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're
I gotta
good.
get one of those
It's
salt guns. You ever seen the salt guns for the fly? Where you pow and then
no,
salt
I
hits
never
it?
heard of
Yeah,
no.
yeah, it's like a
That's
gun with salt in it and you shoot it at the fly and it kills it.
kills it.
Yeah.
Damn, I never heard of that. That's
This,
cool
this
though.
motherfucker's been torturing me all day. I think I got it. Anyway,
Shit.
yeah, what were you gonna say about the tattoo?
Oh, I haven't gotten a tattoo in a while, actually.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
there's nothing that I want right now, so I'm just gonna wait to see if I do want anything. I don't even remember the last tattoo I got. I just know it's been a minute. I don't even remember when
Really?
it was.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
been
the
a
same way. I haven't seen anything or had like a thought about something I would even want. I used to love getting tattoos. Like I used to always think of ideas. Oh, I should get this. I should get that.
yeah.
And now it doesn't even cross my mind. The last time I
Mhm.
got one, that was it. I was like, that was the only one I really, really, really wanted, and that was it.
I
I was
understand.
done.
It
Yes,
happens. It
I
definitely
feel
does. When the right one comes back around for you, then you'll make the right move for it.
right. Exactly. Exactly. So there you
So,
go. Put some Gold Bond radiating lotion on your face, some radiation lotion. Make sure you put the sunblock on your face if you're seeing the sun, and
okay,
enjoy your fall. Watch some possession movies. Let us know in the comments if you watch The Deliverance or any other spooky movies. Peace and love. See you next time.